Yeah, we're live. So, hey, good morning, Dale.
Morning,
So,
Brian.
hey, appreciate you jumping on. As most people probably know, Lake Michigan is clearly a leader in new construction loans, and so I appreciate you getting on to share a little bit about what you guys do, where you think. We'll talk a little bit about where the market's going, but quickly, just addressing, because we're both members of the Home Builders Association here in Grand Rapids. In fact, you just stepped up, didn't you? What are you running?
So I'm on the board for the Home Builders Association, the foundation side. For 2020, am the president for the board on the foundation side. And the foundation is the side that their number one cause is to raise money to help support, the trades, help get the people out there. A shortage of, framers and electricians and plumbers. So we're trying to give back to the community to build more homes.
Yeah, we could do a whole talk just on that, couldn't we?
Oh yeah, we could. And the trades, yeah. The need, yeah.
Okay, so I know the builders have been incredibly focused on how to adjust to this new situation, gearing up to safety measures to move forward in dealing with this, right? Because it's not going away, but we need to learn how to work within its environment.
Right.
Is kind of the thought process. And I saw that the Michigan Association of Home Builders just announced that 94% of the builders have gone through a program to help educate them on different things they can be doing to really increase safety for both themselves and literally, I guess, everyone. And then interestingly enough, it seems like new construction is really positioned, I would say, to kind of really take off. And we saw that in March. In fact, the Grand Rapids Business Journal just reported that in March, new construction permits in the state were up 10%. I bet if we had local numbers, it's even higher than that. And then I can just speak to what's going on in the luxury segment of the market here in the Grand Rapids area, looking at our stats with the local association for the month of April. So the first week in April, obviously some people at least thought the world was going to come to an end, and we saw everything kind of stop, but we were still moving properties over 500,000 at one a day, which is not a bad pace. It doubled in the second week. By the third week, we were up to, I think, 21, and we're at 4 a day at the end of April. So really a 400% increase, and you can see that shift increasing through the whole month. So you can see the mindset of the consumer that they have sort of processed this whole epidemic, and they are ready to get back into life. They're probably thinking home offices, because we know that was already a trend going into this.
Right,
and now
right.
It's going to be an even bigger deal coming out of the back side of this. So you guys, the reason I wanted you on to talk about new construction is you guys, from what I know, literally have you dominate the market in the sense that 20% of all the new construction loans in the state were done through you last year. Your next closest competitor is 1/4 of that type of volume in new construction. So I appreciate you taking the time to get on with us here and talk about, kind of what's going on. So with that lead in, where are the rates? What are you seeing? And you guys do things a little bit differently at Lake Michigan Credit Union than some of the other new construction lenders, and maybe that's why you have so much market share. Would you got a minute to just share with us?
Sure. So about rates first. Rates overall right now, the national average is still hovering. That I think they said 3.6 to 3.3 is the national average for 30-year fixed.
Yeah.
The rates are phenomenal right now. That's a 30-year fixed, 15-year, pretty much under 3% right now is the national average. As far as new construction goes, at LMCU, we do it a little bit different, but it's for the better. We do a one-time close. A lot of our competition, when they do a construction loan, they do a two-time close. And what that means is that we close the loan up front. If there's a lot involved that needs to be paid off, the lot is paid off at the time of closing up front. And then we give the builder up to 12 months to build the house. And when the house is done, they get their occupancy permit. We do a conversion. Then it just goes to a normal mortgage. There's no fees. There's no adjustments to the loan. They don't have to do another closing. Whereas some of the competition, they do a 2-time closing where they close a construction loan up front, and then at the end, they do another closing to a standard mortgage, and there's another set of fees. So our program is a lot less work to it, I feel. And I think it's one of our advantages why we're the #1 construction lender in the state is it's cheaper, it's nice, it's easy, and the builders, the title companies, they all seem to really enjoy it. So it's a really nice process that we offer.
It sounds like about half the paperwork maybe in doing it that way, or maybe even less.
Yeah, I'd say it's a lot less for sure. The other biggest advantage to the construction loan is that it's cheap. One of our big selling factors is that it's interest only. So we lock your rate up front, which protects you in this market, especially because we know that gas prices and rates eventually are going to go back up. We know that we can't enjoy 99 cents a gallon gas forever. It's going to go back up. So on a construction loan today, especially in this low rate environment, you can lock in a low rate and it's protected. The rate we lock in today, let's say we lock in a 3.5 on a 30-year today. When your house is done, that's the rate, and that's when your 30-year mortgage starts. Okay. So it takes out that risk that, hey, in 6-12 months, if the market goes up, you're locked in. So it's a really good program, and that's interest only. So it keeps your payment cheap while you're building the house.
Yeah. And then did we have any stats on where it was going? I know rolling into this, we were at the absolute lowest inventory levels we have ever seen, which is such an extreme from 10 years ago rolling into 2009. And then we've shut down construction now for basically 2 months, and it's picking back up. Do you have any insights or feelings on where things are going or how where things are heading?
I think we're fortunate. You and I work mostly in West Michigan, from here, Grand Rapids to Lakeshore. We're fortunate because we have, a very good, solid, busy market. There is a shortage of homes, and our builders, we really depend on them to fill that need. A lot of builders are trying to build as many homes as they can to sell to keep up with that. So the building numbers that we need to help sustain a good market, that's huge for us. I think last year as a company, we did 1,320 some new construction loans just in West Michigan. So that's a lot of loans. That's a lot of new homes being built.
Yes, it is. Well, hey, I appreciate you coming on. Anything else you want to share about the process or any other updates in the mortgage world?
I think there's a lot of builders out there that are really helping, whether you're a first-time home buyer or buying your second house. A lot of our local builders are starting to build homes that are under that 300,000 range, so we can start to fill that need and that gap. Don't be out if you need a builder referral. You and I work with a lot of phenomenal builders, and we'd be happy to help someone hook up with those builders.
Okay. Well, hey, I hope you enjoy the weekend. Appreciate you taking a few minutes out of your Friday morning, and we'll be in touch again. Thanks, Dale.
You're welcome, Brian. Happy Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday.